I must be crazy to think that this was actually going to be a good idea today. But you know what? I decided, what the heck? I haven't done a deadlift in 2 years. Let me go ahead and just try to do the world's most dangerous exercise. The reason why it's the world's most dangerous exercise is you can literally snap your shit up. And we don't want that. We don't want to snap anything up. But luckily for me, even though I haven't deadlifted in 2 years, I was still an experienced deadlifter. I deadlifted 821 pounds at 246 pounds body weight, sumo, and I conventional 745 pounds at 246 pounds body weight. So the form is still kind of there. So I was like, you know what, let me just start off with some conventional. So I throw a couple of plates on, do 1 plate, I do 2 plate, I do 3 plate. It was all feeling like sweet love. It felt great. It felt pretty good. Had no issues, but I am not acclimated to the deadlift. That is 100% sure. But as you can see here, I got tight. I gave some tension. The weight came off the floor before I initiated the pull, so that's a good sign that I'm doing something right. I do start my conventional deadlifts with a higher hip hinge. I don't really like to drive the hips back or sit the hips back like some people do. I feel like if I can get enough tension in my hamstrings and glutes with a higher positioning, I can have a better pull. So right here you see me do the legendary 405 pounds, everybody's goal. Felt good, felt easy, felt light. So I decided, you know what? Why not try 5 plates? Like, that felt good for not deadlifting in 2 years. Like, that felt amazing. So I throw the legendary 5 plates on, the lift that everybody wants to do, a lift that a lot of people can do, and I decide, let's go for it. So I get set up. I am pulling with straps. My hand strength is not acclimated to deadlifting, but I do work on that during this workout. So right here, you see me set up, get ready to go, and I am hype, I guess. So boom, pull it for an easy one. I go for a second one, and I was like, yo, that's pretty good. I contemplated about doing a third, and I was like, nah. And then I was like, you know what? I wonder how the sumo feels. I was not warmed up for sumo, but I wonder just how it feels. So I decided to just go in the stance and give it a little yank, you know? And I ended up getting 3 reps with this set, and I believe I got 3 reps the next set. I only ended up doing 4 sets with this weight, 2 sets conventional and 2 sets sumo. But it felt really good. You know, I was pretty hyped. I was just trying to figure out my positioning. I was going kind of slow to make sure everything was engaged properly. My position was good. So I'm really just trying to feel the movement out. That was my biggest thing, is like, let me feel the movement out. If I can feel the movement out, it was easy. I felt possibly like I could have done 10 reps, honestly, but I also didn't want to fucking be there all day long. So I was like, let me just do 3 reps. Again, I'm not acclimated to the deadlift, so I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to underdo it. But I think, you know, 2 sets of 3 and 2 sets of 2 is good. So that's just what I did. So I still have a little bit of hip tightness, so I was trying to open up my hips closer to the bar and get more extended if possible. But right now, I'm just working with what I got. So honestly, it was great. And I have no complaints. Like, hey, I can still deadlift 500 pounds after being detrained for 2 years. Like, I think that's a great accomplishment. So before I know it, hopefully I can get back up to 700 pounds for reps. My best was 705 for 10 sumo, and that was on a Texas deadlift bar. Right here you see I'm using well, you don't see because you don't know what kind of bar I'm using, but that's okay. But right here I'm using the Ohio deadlift bar. So that's like the crappiest deadlift bar you can use, but it's the only one I had available. I have used the Kabuki deadlift bar. That is what I deadlifted 821 pounds on. And then right here, I think I only did 1 rep. Let me see. Did I do 2? I think my back started to hurt and I was pretty fatigued and pretty tired. So I think I might have only done, only did 1 rep. But after this, I was like, you know what? Let me work on my grip. Let me work on my grip strength. I got to have a strong grip. I can't just deadlift with straps for the rest of my life. I got to be a man. I got to be a grown man. I have to insert my dominance and let people know how strong I am with the deadlift without wearing straps. So I do some farmer carries. I'm using the Kabuki trap bar, open-ended one. I don't know how heavy it is, but I do have 2 plates on each side. I'd say it's probably 65 pounds, the trap bar. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But I go ahead. I walk down 30 yards, and then I walk down another 30 yards. And then immediately I go back and I do some more deadlifts, right? But this time I am only using 315 pounds, and I'm doing them beltless and strapless. So I'm just kind of working my grip with the farmer's carry and then going in, working my grip with the deadlift. So I do 5 reps with 315 pounds, and I do 3 sets of this. So I do 3 sets with the farmer carries, supersetted with deadlifts. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I feel pretty good. I don't want to overdo it. Let me go ahead and just do some good mornings. So I finished the workout off with good mornings, and they weren't the best form. I don't really do good mornings, but I wanted to hit some posterior chain, like more glutes and hamstrings, since I already have done the deadlifts and everything. So I was pretty fatigued. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do some lightweight good mornings. And for this one, I used the Kabuki, what's it called? Safety squat bar, the adjustable one. So yeah, overall it was a good workout. I didn't hurt myself. Super glad. But if you're not acclimated to the deadlift, take it slow. Don't go up to 5 plates your first fucking day deadlifting again. You know, that's just a terrible idea. But for me, I was just feeling myself, and I was like, well, I've done 5 plates before. I could possibly do 5 plates again. Should I have done that? Probably not. But you know, whatever. It is what it is. I'm trying to get strong again. You know, I'm trying to get back to an 800 solid ass pounds on the deadlift. And I'm also trying to get back to 800 solid ass pounds on the squat as well. Squatted 804 in knee wraps at 246 pounds as well. And at 237, I squatted 750. So, yeah. All right. So today is literally my first day introducing deadlifts into my workouts. As y'all know, it's been 2 years. So I worked up to something a little comfortable. It wasn't really comfortable, but I worked up to 5 plates, conventional, did 2 reps. Just didn't feel like normal, how it normally does, or how it used to anyway. So then I decided to switch to sumo, did 2 sets of 3, went back to conventional, was only able to get 1 rep. So now what I'm doing is to work on my hand strength. Y'all saw me pulling with straps. So now I'm doing farmer carries, supersetting with a set of 5 on the deadlift for with 315. So I'm walking this like, I don't know, 20 yards down and 20 yards back, so 40 yards total. And then doing a set of 5 with 3 plates without a belt and without straps. And I'm just going to kind of incorporate this once a week, try to get my deadlift strength up. Hopefully within the matter of like a year, I can get back to at least pulling 750 or 700 pounds. We'll see how it goes. That will be sumo though. And yeah, so that's just what I'm doing right now. So I also want to say, you'll hear me say a lot when I'm talking. That is because I get pretty nervous and I don't know like what I'm trying to say during a sentence because I'm trying to think. So I'm like, oh, this, oh, that. But don't nitpick at that, please. Please, I beg you, because I have people nitpick at that all the time. They're like, you know, you're always saying, and I'm just, things in my mind are running at 1,000,000 miles an hour and I'm trying to get it figured out. But I can tell you, it was a good workout. I felt great. I had no issues doing this. I honestly recovered pretty well. So I'm recording this a week after. I'm not recording this a week after. I'm editing this a week after this workout. I had no back pain. My legs were a little sore, like my quads and stuff, and my hamstrings were a little sore. But dude, like 2 days later, I was fully recovered. It felt like I could do another deadlift session, and I thought about it. I really did. I was like, you know what? Let me try to sumo 6 plates, 585 pounds. And I was like, nah. But the key here is honestly to just kind of work slow into it. I do have a baseline of strength for myself personally. Again, I know my own body. I've been working out for 15 years. Even though it doesn't look like it, I'm still pretty fat. I still have small arms. I still have a weird posture with my back. As you see, my thoracic spine is just rounded to the max. But my spine is healthy. I don't have scoliosis or anything like that, so that's a plus. So I'm just gonna take it slow. I'm gonna do another deadlift workout. I honestly, my next deadlift workout, I might just only do 4 plates and just do like 5 sets of 5 at 4 plates. And if or maybe I'll try 455 for a 5x5. So my goal is over the next 3 months, work up to 600 pounds. Maybe I can do it right now, maybe not, but I know I don't want to just jump the gun and, you know, blow my butthole out. So I am just going to take it slow. 5x5 or 405 or 5x5 or 455, stick there for a couple of weeks, and then go 475 for a 5x5, and then go to 495 for a 5x5, and just play the game super slow and just enjoy it. You know, just enjoy the nice, slow, steady progress that I can hopefully make, and that's all I can ask for. So anyway, thanks for watching the vid. I just got a couple more sets on this, and that's it.
I'm doing good mornings. I haven't done these in a long time, and I'm using the Kabuki transformer bar. And I have it on the hinge setting, but I don't even know if I'm doing the form correctly, so I'm not really going heavy. I'm just trying to get through the motion and the movement, make sure I don't hurt myself or my back or anything. So yeah, I'm just doing 4 sets of these, and that's my workout for today.
So anyway, if you want to just get in deadlifts, look up some YouTube videos on how to deadlift. I'm not going to sit here and teach you how to deadlift. I honestly don't have time for that. If that is something you might be interested, put in the comments like, hey, can you make a how-to deadlift tutorial video? But honestly, I feel like it'd be pretty stupid for me to do because there's so many how to deadlift videos out there. And I do just want to talk about one more thing with the deadlift. The risk to reward ratio is terrible, yes. But the reward is you get fucking jacked. You work all your muscles at once. It's a main strength movement and a main powerlifting movement. So if you're into powerlifting, you have no other choice but to do the deadlift. Unless you're a bench only bro. But if you're going to do a push-pull, you got to do the deadlift. You're going to do full power, you got to do the deadlift. If you're going to be a bench-only bro, you're not a powerlifter. Don't even call yourself a powerlifter. You are a disgrace. And your mother should be ashamed of you. All right? And my mom should be ashamed of me for this form. This form is terrible. Oh, that back. I'll work on it, y'all. I'll work on it. I really will. I can keep my back straight. I can straighten my back out, but you know, I'm just lazy. I'm a fat, lazy piece of shit. So that's it. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you guys, all 36 of you. So yeah, have a good day.
That's it. This time I pulled the bar closer to me instead of pushing it up on the down portion of the movement at the bottom. So I felt more tension in the glutes and hamstrings. So I'll just keep doing that from now on out next time I do the exercise. But other than that, we're done.